Good afternoon. We have read a lot about you in like news and various social media platforms, but we have not known you personally. So can we?
Okay. Like I was born in Maharashtra, and my father used to work with the state government. Like you have got Gujarat ST buses. So my father used to work with the state transport corporation, that is Maharashtra State Road Transport Corporation. And I was in army. You must be knowing it. I was in army for a very long time. तो जब मैं आपकी उम्र का था तब हमारे घर के बाहर ना वो वॉचमैन खड़ा रहता था. And that watchman used to have uniform and a stick in his hand and a cap over his head. और मुझे बहुत डर लगता था उस वॉचमैन का. ठीक है. And my mom, every time I used to misbehave, she used to tell me that she will hand over me to the watchman and the watchman is going to take me away into the jungle and leave me there. तो मैं बहुत डरता था वॉचमैन से. So then slowly and gradually, I realized that watchman is a very powerful person. ठीक है. And then I started saying कि मैं बड़ा होकर वॉचमैन बनूंगा. ठीक है. But then someone told me वॉचमैन को इतनी अच्छी जॉब नहीं है, बड़ा होकर आर्मी में ऑफिसर बन जाना. And that is how my inclination towards becoming an officer that got into me. फिर मैंने अपनी 10th की एग्जाम दी, 12th की एग्जाम दी. उसके बाद पुणे में एक नेशनल डिफेंस एकेडमी थी, उसकी एग्जाम दी. फिर फाइनली ग्रेजुएशन जब होता है तब एक कंबाइंड डिफेंस सर्विसेज की एग्जामिनेशन होती है. आई अपीयर्ड फॉर दैट एग्जामिनेशन एंड देन आई बिकम एन ऑफिसर इन आर्मी. So being in army, I have served everywhere. Like I was in Kashmir for 3 years, then in counter insurgency operation जहाँ पे terrorist बहुत सारे होते हैं. ठीक है. Then I was in Manipur. Then I was posted in a foreign country as a part of United Nations peacekeeping army. जो हमारी आर्मी है वो सिर्फ इंडिया में ऑपरेशंस नहीं करती, मिलिट्री ऑपरेशंस वो फॉरेन कंट्रीज में भी करती है. तो आई वाज पोस्टेड देयर इन कॉन्गो. ठीक है. एंड देन इन 2021 व्हेन माय फर्स्ट करियर हैड फिनिश, तब मैंने डिसाइड किया कि अभी मैं आईएएस भी बनना चाहता हूँ. ठीक है. एंड देन आई अपीयर्ड फॉर द सिविल सर्विसेज एग्जामिनेशन 2021 and this was my first attempt. Luckily I cleared the examination in my first attempt और मैं IAS में आ गया. And as of now I am posted in Dahod district, that is extreme district with the state of Madhya Pradesh, on bordering state with Madhya Pradesh. And for some work I have come to Ahmedabad and Gandhinagar. So that is small introduction about me. I am married and I have got 2 kids which are of same age of yours. In fact, I wanted my daughter to join in, but she must be somewhere else. But I will inform her that she should join. ठीक है. चलो और पूछो. Anything specific you want to ask me? आवाज आ रही है?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. हाँ पूछो.
Sir, I will ask.
हाँ.
Sir, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Richa. I currently live in Jaipur, Rajasthan. I enjoy swimming and music, sometimes study too. Sir, I have heard a lot about you.
आपकी आवाज थोड़ी सी अस्मिता आपकी आवाज थोड़ी सी कट हो रही है.
Okay.
Can you just check the connectivity, please?
Yes. Is it?
Yeah, now it is okay. You can hold the mouth please close to your mouth ना, तो आपको अच्छी आवाज आए. हाँ, go ahead. Now it is okay.
Okay. Sir, I have heard a lot about you, and that has made me curious to know more, so that I can inspire and guide more people like you have. I'm really excited to meet you today. So my question is, can you please tell us your biggest quality that you had in your childhood? Did you feel anyone that was guiding you and helping you develop this quality?
Okay. I will not tell you one quality, but I will tell you few qualities which are very important as a small child. Okay. First and most important quality which I always felt is that you should play a lot of sports, and all those sports should be with your friends. Go outside your house, do a lot of sports, open air, go in open air and run, play hide and seek or play whatever games you enjoy with your friends. That's the most important thing. Okay. Studies will always be important, but studies should not be given so much of weightage that it start taking toll of your sports time. So I have always grown up with the basic concept of life that I should play a lot of sports, because that will help you go physically, that will help you go mentally, and you will make very good bonds with people around you. Second important, which I always felt, are studies. So studies are not that irrelevant. They are very important. And in today's world, studies are not only important, but they are the backbone of whatever you are going to become in future. Correct? Now, I guess the qualities of study, which I say, it is more important because you have to not only study from your books, but you should study from the environment around you. So you have to keep observing at which month in a year, there are mango trees, and, mango comes only for 3 months. Why is it so? And if you go out on the road, you will find a truck. A truck always got a diesel engine. Truck never had a petrol engine. Our motorbike, a bike like Activa has got petrol engine. So as a small child, you should think, why is that the truck has got a diesel engine and a bike has got a petrol engine? So studies are important, but you should study in a very open environment where you are studying from the nature around you. So I think two qualities. One is playing lot of sports, and second is studying, taking into consideration the nature around you. And as far as guidance is concerned or motivation is concerned, I should accept it over here that in your life there should be no better guidance than your parents. Correct? There can be no better motivation than your parents. They should set example for you, because no mother, no father will ever want his child not to do better in life. Secondly, they will not only professionally make you grow, they will professionally make you grow with the touch of love. Mother will always give you good food. Mother will always make you sleep on time. She is always worried that when her child is going to the school, coming back to school, is she spending time on studies, is she going out to play? So she will always look into the multifaceted aspects of your personality. So the first motivator should be your parents. Second motivator should be your teacher, because the bond which a teacher and a student follow, they are very unique. Some teachers you will meet in your life, you will respect them as good as you respect your teachers. So bond is very important. I guess for me, my parents and my teachers has always been motivators.
Sir, I agree.
Yeah.
Good evening, sir. My name is Shagun. I was born in Ahmedabad and I grew up in Ahmedabad.
Great.
I study in class 7 in Uddham School for Children. And I was really excited to meet you. So I'd like to start with my question.
Yeah.
Unlike many children, my Nana Nani's place is not a holiday destination, as they live like a walking distance apart. But I vouch for the fact that it is the most pampered place on the earth. So I would like you to share a memory or a memorable incident at your Nani's place.
Okay. So, I always grew up in a city, but my Nana Nani used to stay in village. So a child which has grown up in cities, which has seen a metro city like Pune and Mumbai, for that child, for every holiday, going to a village was always very excited, full of excitement. So I remember when I was like in 6th class, 7th class, like you people are, I have got very, vivid memories of going to my native place, and then there used to be cows, and then, I used to milk them, and then I used to bathe them, and then, there were mango trees, because in my place we grow a lot of mangoes. Like we have got almost 500 mango trees, and we cultivate the most exotic mango, that is called the Alfonso. Okay. So I used to remember, how we used to take water out of the well, and then we used to give to the cow, and then how we used to make the feed of the cow. Then in the evening, for the first time I saw that in our house we have got gas coming from a gas cylinder or from a gas pipe. But in my village in those days, the gas used to come from gobar gas. So we have to take all the gobar of the cows, and that, mix it with a rod into that gobar gas complex, and then, then that liquid was pushed it as a slush into the, into that big cemented bucket, and then, it is to decompose for 2 days, and the gas used to get produced, and then we used to get gas in the house. So, playing with gobar, and then, mango trees, bathing the cows. So these are, the strong memories I have got of my childhood.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
Sir, my name is Nishi, and currently I am staying in Ahmedabad. Sir, my first question is, We love our country. There are so
Yeah.
many traditions, cultures, customs, and there are so many festivals also in our every state. Sir, what is your mother tongue? हमारी मातृभाषा तो मारवाड़ी है, ठाणी कहीं है. Means what is your?
Mine is Marathi. And there is no mother tongue for a person who has served in the country. So, my mother tongue is Marathi. My functional language is Gujarati because I belong to the Gujarat cadre of IAS and I belong to India. So, my national mother tongue is Hindi. So, I got three mother tongues.
Sir, can you tell one song in your mother tongue? Just one line. We would love to.
Okay. There is a song which is generally played early in the morning in Marathi culture that is called a Bhupali. And that Bhupali says, Raghava Keshava तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा तुझ्या नामात रे गोडवा. So that is Bhupali is a early morning song which is played so that it is the song when people get up early in the morning. So this is one of the lyrics I remember about that song.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
So we all love our Indian army and the way they save us from enemies and the way they protect us from natural calamities. So can you please share one incident where you have been a part of some mission and you gave a sense of pride saving someone's life?
Please repeat your question.
Can you please share one incident where you have been a part of some mission which gave you a sense of pride saving someone's life?
Okay. So 2008 to 2010, I was posted in Kashmir. Okay. And, many incidences come where you are into military operations. So one fine day, we got the information that there are two terrorists in a certain area, and we were to conduct a military operation to eliminate those terrorists. So the normal drill, what we do is that we go and surround the house. That is called the cordoning. And once we cordon the house, then we collect a military operation. And the military operation, it may happen that the terrorist may be killed. It may happen that we may have some casualties. So it's an operation which is balanced on both the sides. So in that time, I got a phone call from a woman, and she told me that before you go for the operation, she wants to speak to me immediately on something very urgent. Okay. So I said, no, I don't have time to speak because, I have to go and cordon the house. Otherwise, the terrorist will run away. But she said, don't worry, the terrorist will not run away. You talk to me first, and then we will discuss what is to be done. And then I said, no, I will not do that. I will first, cordon the house and then I will talk to you. So I went and my troops cordoned the house, which was in a jungle. And, then I said, then I called up that lady. Now you talk to me now. Now I know the terrorist has not run away. Now you can talk to me. And she told me that she's the mother of the person, the terrorist who is inside. And then she said that, okay, my son has made a mistake and he shouldn't have done that. But you need to give him an opportunity. You need to talk to him. So unlikely of a military operation, that day we decided to talk to that person. And so both of those young people must be about 19, 20 years of age. We told them to come out with their weapons not being carried. They came out, and then we searched them, and they owned up that yes, they made a mistake, they shouldn't have picked up the weapon. And then we counseled them, and then we handed over them to the police. And maybe they were sent to a rehabilitation home for some days, and then they were given back to their parents. So at the end of the day, what has happened is that if I would have gone through the professional instinct, it may have happened that someone may have died. It may have happened that there could have been some casualties from my side too. But maybe that concept of talking to a mother, that concept of he being a very small kid, like 18 to 20 years of age, just about 2 3 years more than you, he made a mistake. and keeping it in mind that he is a citizen of our country, he is a young child, and everyone deserves a second opportunity to rectify his mistakes. Keeping all these things in mind, we had a very peaceful solution to the complete thing without any operation going ahead as such. And I think I'm very happy to be a part of it, and very happy that things were solved in a very peaceful manner. Yeah.
Sir,
So
I
who's
will
turn?
continue. Sir, I will continue.
Yeah.
I also love watching army trucks when they cross by. Actually, my parents are in Indian Air Force, so this is a usual thing for me. But they are not as huge as army convoys. Sir, have you ever been in an army convoy? How did it feel? Was it adventurous and exciting or tiring?
Okay. Army convoy you are talking? Okay.
Yes.
So army convoy is a very typical convoy, and I was not a part classically of an army convoy, but I had the responsibility of protecting the army convoy. Okay. So the stretch of almost 30 kilometers, which a convoy used to pass from my area. Correct. The beauty of a convoy, like many of my coastmates who were the convoy commanders, they used to speak to me that, the convoy starts early in the morning. So, all people get up early in the morning, they get up together. And then there is a puja in the morning. So before the convoy starts, if they're like bigger convoys, like 60, 80 trucks at the same time, they go to the mandir and then do puja. The first truck, the leading truck, is also worshipped, that the first truck, if it is safe, the whole convoy will be safe. And the beauty of convoy, in especially in our northeast and in Jammu and Kashmir, is that it goes through the mountainous terrain, and it is fun to see so much of jungles. It is fun to see water. Then once you are in a wooded area, then you halt for a break of after every 2 hours of drive, you halt for a break, and then you sit besides a river, and then you have your food besides the river, and it's very beautiful over there. The weather is very good. Then by the noon, like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, you reach to the midpoint. Then you get down at the midpoint, and after getting down at the midpoint, then you have your lunch and you interact with people, and then again you start with the convoy, and then finally late in the evening by 6:37, the convoy reaches its destination. So what has happened since morning is that you have worshipped God, you have seen beautiful nature around you, you have met your friends, your colleagues, soldiers, officer with whom you had a meal, and in the evening you have reached your destination safe and peaceful. So I think convoy is something about this.
Mine is the next question.
Yeah.
I like going to school and I enjoy it, but sometimes it's just hard to focus on studying when I want to play, or it's hard to go to school in the morning when I want to sleep. So, did you like going to school?
In fact, at my age also, till about 1.5 years back, I was going to school when I was doing my training at Lal Bahadur Shastri National Academy of Administration, just about 6 to 8 months back. So schools are actually boring. I also accept it. Okay, and we all agree to it. But they are also very important. What is a school? School is something which makes our lifestyle. You get up at 6:37 in the morning if the school is at 8 o'clock. So it teaches us the relevance of getting up early in the morning. So if you get up early in the morning, you sleep early in the night, because you need to have about 6 to 8 hours of sleep. So the basic concept of early to bed and early to rise is the way to be
Healthy and
healthy,
wise.
wealthy, and wise. So you go to the school, so get up early. Your day span is better. Being getting up in the early, you will stay healthy also. Okay, you will concentrate, most of the time, whenever you are sitting in the school, just because you're early. Because, Saturday and Sunday, when it is off, many people may get up at 10 o'clock. Then you have got a very lousy day. So, to avoid that lousy day, getting up early in the morning is important, and going to school. Yes, some subjects are boring. Some subjects, you will like. But, I think schooling is all about making studies interesting. As I already told you, if you study history, so if in ancient history you are studying about Indus Valley civilization, correct? So book will give a complete data that Indus Valley civilization started 2400 BC. Then there was Mohenjo-daro. Then there was Harappa. Then in India, there was something called Rakhi Gai. Then there was something like Dholavira. So, to make interesting studies, to make your studies interesting, whatever you study in your book, go to YouTube and watch a video. So if someone is telling you Mohenjo-daro and you're studying history about Mohenjo-daro, just go to YouTube, just put it on YouTube, Mohenjo-daro. So it will give you complete sequence of event as to how people used to stay, what of a type of clothes they used to wear, what food they used to eat, how they used to stay into their houses, how was the drainage system, how was water coming into those houses, what cultivated farms they had. Then you can compare it with what's happening now. Then you can realize, okay, at that time the society was this way, and in next like 4,500 years the society has changed this way. So important concept which I think over here is not only studying but making your studies interesting is more important. Again, I believe getting good marks in examination is not important, but going to an examination and learning what the examination is proposing us to learn is more important. तो सीखना बहुत important है. And that is something, if I have passed IAS also, and I have been an army officer also, and I'm not that great in studies. I'm all about 65-70% of marks. But yes, I always, not only studied, but I kept my eyes and ears open and kept observing as to आजू बाजू में क्या हो रहा है ना, कि if I'm studying history, तो history में कैसे पढ़ना है. अगर geography में पढ़ना है, if there is a waterfall, then what is the source of waterfall? Why always water flows from higher altitude to lower altitude? Then water is cold in the higher altitude. When it comes to sea level, it becomes, warm. Why the salt content in the water when it is in high altitude in like mountains is very less, but it comes to sea, it becomes salty. Correct. So learning all these things, which somewhere, somehow are not mentioned in your books, are very important. So I think internet is a great source. And the answer to your question is we all get bored with studies, but make your studies interesting, and then you will find your studies also interesting.
So what is one memorable incident from your school days which will always be remembered through your lifetime?
Okay, many incidences, but I will tell you, one incident. There was a drawing competition, and I guess must have been fourth class or something, and so I went for the drawing competition, and I drew a normal picture. It came out to be very good, and then I got the first prize for it. But I was never knowing that I'm going to get first prize. So what happened that before, like, the prizes where the pictures were displayed onto a board, and then I came running to my home to tell my mom that, okay, mom, I got a first prize in a drawing competition. And then by the time we went, they had all removed all the pictures and the competition had finished and everything. So that is a memory which, my mom keeps telling me that, Amol got a first prize in a drawing competition. And when we went back, there was nothing to see over there. But then, that is something, I remember very strongly.
That's great.
Yeah.
Sir, I have a young sibling who keeps me troubling whole day.
Yeah, I know these young siblings are very naughty. They trouble everyone. I was the younger, by the way, asking wrong question. I used to trouble my elder brother a lot. Yeah, go ahead.
We fight a lot. When you were a kid, do you have any brother or sister to play with? Or
Yes.
what was your some favorite games or activities to do together?
I had an elder brother, and I remember that we always played outdoor sports. And as I told you that my father was working with the government of Maharashtra, so we used to stay in quarters. So those quarters had a lot of kids. They had something like 40 kids, 50 kids. And out of that, we used to make two cricket teams. Now, normal classical cricket team is like 10 or 11 players. So we used to make a cricket team of 15 players. And then we used to play cricket. And we used to play cricket throughout the day. On a Sunday holiday, we used to start playing at 6:30 in the morning. We used to play till about 12:30. We used to come back home, have our meals. Again, 2:30, we used to be out playing cricket. And then we used to come at about 6:37 when it used to get dark. So I have got memories of playing cricket with my brother throughout the day. So, that is something. And, the best bond you can have with your sibling is playing sports, the best bond. Because, then you will, you can practically hit him. Correct? He's younger to you. You can't do it. But yes, you can throw a ball at him and make him fall down. And then he can't complain it to your mom also. So if if you hit him, he will shout that bada bhaiya is hitting me. But throw a ball at him. Take a ball from him. Correct? If you're playing basketball, if you're playing cricket, give him ball bat and then you bowled him in the first ball itself. You trouble him that way. That's the best way you can trouble your siblings, by playing good and by playing healthy sports with your siblings.
Sir, I am a cricketer.
You are also a cricketer.
So,
Yes.
Amol Ji,
Wonderful.
with this answer, I think Nishi, I hope Nishi, you don't pick the smart ideas on how to hit the younger one. So Nishi also plays cricket. Nishi, yeah, share some of your incidents also of your cricket journey, and she's the captain of the young cricket team.
Great.
Sir, one time when I was playing, the time the other team was just hitting 6, 6, 6, and 6. Then when our batting came, then one or other out together, I was so angry that I won the match that time.
Oh, that's great. That is what sportsmanship and that is what team spirit is. A target which cannot be
So
achieved
it
individually.
made me so angry.
Yeah. That is what I said. Anger should be there. Anger should be there against your sibling, but anger should be there to defeat him in cricket match. And that anger will, inculcate good qualities in you as a sports person. They will, you will feel better that you have defeated your sibling. And then, you will feel better that, the sports is a healthy bond, which you always enjoy with each other.
Yes, sir. It was so.
Yeah.
I will go with the next one.
Yeah, please.
Just a second, Richa, just one second.
Yeah.
So, Amol Ji, have you informed your daughter also to join? Because I'm getting a request of someone in the waiting room from one.
Yeah, must be. If it's Sachi, it is Sachi or Romel.
Yes, Romel, yes.
Yeah, you can get him. And daughter must be there.
Okay, so so OnePlus is the device. Again, so that are they going to join from two different devices?
I don't know how they are joining because I'm not at home. They are in Pune.
Okay. ठीक है. So Romel was in the waiting room, but not now. There is another
Okay.
device which is in waiting room. I'll get them in.
I'll just will it be okay will it be okay if I just tell my wife
Yeah. Please. I was for a longest time, I was unsure of who was trying to connect. So we've kept it in the waiting room. But now since it just clicked.
please connect.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Let me see. It is first time unique experience. The people also. She is all the same age. Again, she is in 6th standard like you. Yeah, you can keep asking question. Whoever is asking, she will join. When she
Yes,
joins,
sir.
she joins.
As you said
Yeah,
that
go ahead.
teachers are the inspiration for us at school. So, did your teachers influence your interest in joining Navy or your love for adventures?
Yes, definitely. Teacher is something which is a building block of every student. Correct. There are many things which you will never come to know till the time they are taught by your teacher. And in my times, there was not much of internet availability. So now your teacher can be internet. But at that time, the only source of clearing your doubt, if you had one, was your teacher. Correct? If you have got any issue or not able to understand, the only way you can go back to your teacher, sit with them for some time, and then they used to make you understand. And at that time, we actually enjoyed a very strong bond between the teachers and the students, because my teachers, I remember whichever schools, because I changed, being a father from state government employee, I changed schools after every 2 to 3 years. And by virtue of that, what had happened, my teacher changed after every 2 to 3 years. But I was so fortunate, I was so lucky that wherever I had gone, every time, every occasion, I found the teacher to be so much interested in teaching or maybe solving my problems, that I really feel that a very important part of whatever personality I have got goes to my teacher. That is a very important thing. I know teacher will love you. She will tell you, he will tell you that, okay, this is to be done this way. If you don't do it, then we will tell you some more ways. And that is how, the bond between the teacher and the student is.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Well, you know that My parents are also in A4, so I also changed school in 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, we both face the same challenge, but it's very unique. You know, every 2 to 3 years you get new set of friends. Every 2 to 3 years you get new set of teachers. Every 2 to 3 years give new set of schools. And you know what happens due to that is that the number of people you are interacting your schooling days, or maybe the new concept which you are adding to your personality, are very unique. Correct. If I would have studied in normal school, you know, I would have limited number of friends. But now you see your friends change after every 2 to 3 years. That's a very unique thing of all
Sir,
central government and state government employees.
sir, but now it's a little hard to like for get away from your friends like you have made, and making friends are also very hard.
I know, I know. So your endeavor should be keep in touch with your old friends from old Air Force school and make
Yes.
new friends when you go to new school. So that's the best thing is. And you know, hard work is always going to be there, and that is going to be a very unique part of a student's life. Since the time he or she goes to the school, life is going to be hard. You should enjoy and you should love your hard life, whatever it you know puts forth to you.
I love visiting and traveling to new places in my holidays. My parents usually take me out to trips for like once or twice a year. Sir, please share your most favorite trip with your friends or parents that you had.
Most favorite,
Yes.
most favorite. You said.
Yes. I think the connection is.
No, I can listen to you. You said most favorite what? Most favorite destination I have been to?
No. Yes, sometimes. Your most favorite
Okay.
with your parents or friends.
Okay. When I was in KG, my first exposure was independently going out with my friends to see a railway station. You know? So my father was posted in a place called Ahmednagar in Maharashtra. Okay. So none amongst us had ever seen a train. So the train at Ahmednagar railway station used to come at 9:30 in the morning. So my school had organized a visit to the railway station, a picnic to a railway station, where early in the morning we went to the railway station, then the train came, then we saw as to how the train looks like, then the train halted for 5 minutes and then it went away. So this is my first memory of going to, you know, with my friends. With my parents, I have been to many places. Like my father was a state government employee, so with my parents, I have been to multiple places. But I guess, you know, being in army, I got so much of opportunity to see the country. The beauty of belonging to the army, navy, and the air force is that it will take you to the most exotic places. Like I have been to Shillong for 3 years. Then I have been in Rajasthan, like in Udaipur, Jodhpur, for about 3 to 4 years. Then I was in central India, like Jhansi, Babina, all these historic places for about 2 years. Then I was in Kashmir for 2 years. Then I was posted in foreign country in Africa, where I went to countries like Tanzania, South Africa, then you know Ethiopia, Rwanda, Congo. Okay, so that was against a experience. Then lastly, when I left army, I was posted in Chennai. So you know I've been to many places, and all of them have good memories of making new friends. You know, good memories of my parents being with me and taking my parents as an army officer wherever I went.
Yes, sir. We have many things in common. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, mine is the next question.
So, Shagun, just a
Yes.
second.
Yes.
Amol Ji, do you have any pictures from your childhood or anything that you would want to show to the kids? Because I'm sure that is going to add a lot of visual
Uh,
picture also.
I will just see. How I don't know how do I add over here.
Are you connected from laptop? Do you have any pictures in laptop?
Laptop, no, but mobile, yes.
Okay, then probably if you could open WhatsApp web on laptop and then maybe show
I'll
the
just see.
pictures. Yes. And I think Amol Ji, your family members, both the kids are connected,
Yeah.
but they're hiding.
Why are they hiding? Where is my daughter? She don't have habit of hiding. Get her into the camera. Where she is?
So Romer, and what is the name of the other person?
Sachi.
Rachi, Sachi.
Sachi.
Sachi. Romel and Sachi, are you here?
They are here?
Yes.
Then kids, let's join this set of 4 other kids.
Romel and Sachi are here? Put your speaker on. Sheetal, your speaker is not on. You have to start your speaker. Your speaker is not. Sorry.
Yes, it looks good.
Yeah.
Now it is on.
Yeah, it is on now.
Romil Sachi is there. They are there.
Yeah, get them into the camera. I can't see them because they are on mobile. Na? Okay. Sachi wants to ask her father any question?
Miss, okay, I'll get her. I'll get her. Just a minute.
Yeah, you can go ahead with the question answer. Let's not halt. Yeah.
Yeah. So my parents tell me to follow a strict routine for my studies and my sleep. And sometimes I am able to follow, but the other days I get bored of following the same thing every day. So how does your day look like? And I'm curious to know how you do so many things in one day.
See, strictness in following your daily routine is very important. Like when I appeared for the civil services in 2021, I used to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning. Correct? And then I used to study for about 3 to 4 hours in the morning. Then I used to go to my office. My army office used to start at about 8:30. And then I used to be in office till about 3:34. I used to come back. Then I used to go for a 5 kilometers of run. Okay. After that, I used to come at about 7:38. I used to have my meals, then again study for 3 to 4 hours. So this went on for about 2.5 to 3 years. Correct. So I will tell you frankly that having a very good schedule is something which will make your life, is something will make your career. It is something which will make you grow much more faster. Correct. I guess being a good person, being a healthy person, doing good in your career, doing good in whatever you do in life, it is all dependent upon what your lifestyle is. So, basic things which are always followed: take care of your health, correct? Eat good food, respect your parents, respect your teachers, go to school on timing, enjoy your school, make a lot of good friends. All these things, doing it in a part of a day is only possible when you have got a very clear-cut schedule of a day. Correct? And most important thing is you should also sleep a lot. You should sleep about 6 to 8 hours. Look at my daughter. She has just got out of her sleep. Is it so? Okay.
Yeah, so that was my question.
Yeah. Yeah. Whose turn is it? Yeah.
Sir, my dream is to become a good leader when I grown up. I have seen every after saving I have seen you every after saving army forces, aimed forces for long time. You have become a IAS officer, which is so inspiring. What is your childhood dream? Please give us a lesson which can help us to become a good leader and good human being just like you.
Okay. I told you as a child, I always wanted to become an army officer. And, I was so lucky and I was so fortunate that I did become an army officer and did serve the country for almost 20 years. Correct? In fact, I was one more step luckier that when I got an opportunity to become an IAS officer also. So I guess the most important thing, what you will enjoy as a child is that, have a dream, work hard to achieve your dream. And, while doing that, enjoy your life. That's the most important thing. A person who follows like what Shagun asked, having a good lifestyle and having a good daily schedule, you have a daily schedule set for yourself, you will find invariably in few years, you will grow up into a good leader. Correct? And leadership, I guess, is all, a reflection of doing good for your country. A leader is a person who always has got a big heart and who thinks for the society. A leader is a person who will always care about animals and the weaker sections, in nature. A leader is always a person who will talk against environmental damage. He will talk about against the environmental pollution, and that is what I think the leadership of your times or leadership of our times is going to be. The leader has to be multifaceted. He should know international relations, he should know sports, he should know how the government functions, he should know as to how the politics functions, he should know about economics, he should know about mathematics. So you can know so many things only when you follow a good lifestyle and you enjoy whatever you are doing. Correct? And there is a lot of time. You will actually finish your graduation by the time you are 2021. So 21 years of age, you are doing something. You are doing what? You are studying. 21 years of age, you are doing something. You are doing what? You are learning. So 21 years is more than enough for you to become a good leader. So have a good lifestyle, love your country, love your people. You will automatically become a leader. Yeah, whose turn?
Sir, I have an extra question for the time that you were speaking. Did you have difficulties in your way of becoming army, then officer, then IAS officer?
Yes, I did had I did had few difficulties because I left my studies in 1999. Correct? I did my graduation in 1999. After that, coming in army, the studies were of totally different different aspect, and I again started studying in 2020. So I had a gap of 21 years, since the time I stopped my studies, and then again I started my studies for the IAS in the year 2020-21. Correct? So after such a gap, starting studies was a big issue for me. I think COVID came in, the COVID-19 like the epidemic, a pandemic, and due to that I got a lot of time. So again, I told you, I had a very strict schedule during the COVID time. In fact, COVID was an opportunity for me to get out of the old profession and set myself into a new profession. So I guess, you people should always, be in a lookout for finding opportunities which will help you a lot. Correct? So, Ashmita, I had difficulties, with studies. When I started my studies, I had difficulties like, I was in a anti-terrorist operation in Africa where I injured my ankle. So, I can't run as fast as all of you can run. Okay, so I had my difficulties, I had my own challenges, but I guess a strong person and a person, who is very straightforward and very hardworking will overcome, these challenges. And even you people, all of you must be having some challenges in your life with your studies, with your friends, maybe with your family members. Someone may have financial problems, someone will have social problems, someone will have problem with, maintaining good relation with people around. But you have to keep one thing in mind, that you have to be a good person, you have to keep working hard. You are growing up in your life, you should have to accept new challenges and have a target in front of me. And I strongly believe all of you should have some ambition, and that ambition is what I want to become in life. So once you have decided what you want to become in life, that will your energies will be automatically getting challenged towards those parts. Got my point? Yeah, go ahead.
Sir, I think from my side that it is important to learn the lesson from any difficulties and make an advantage of the problems.
Correct. Very right. Very right. Yeah. Whose question is it now? Yeah, Nishi.
Can I ask a question?
Yes, yes, please ask.
Definitely.
You have been asking questions for last so many years. Please ask one more.
I have learned that you suffered many hardship to achieve what you are today. Why did you decide to become an IAS officer? Do you had an amazing job at army?
Okay. See, first of all, it is not that both jobs were amazing. I guess there can be no wonderful job than becoming a army officer. And IAS itself is a unique job. On one side, you are serving the country and protecting the country from external enemies. And as an IAS officer, you are directly serving the most unprivileged people of your country. I didn't leave army as such. I am, an army pensioner. I have finished 20 years of service. I have retired from the army. I have done my mandatory service in army of 20 years. And then I have come into the civil services. And so I say, I am so happy. I am so blessed that I got the unique opportunity to enjoy two most premium careers in the country. Yeah. Yes, Nishi.
Sir, when you were a kid, who was your most inspiring person who got you inspired for being like this? A good officer, good leader.
Yeah. I think Field Marshal Sam Manekshaw. You heard about him? No? Okay. Have you heard about Mr. Abdul Kalam, our ex-president? Correct. Have you heard about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel? Have you heard about Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose? Have you heard about Bhagat Singh Ji? Yeah. So these are the people, whom I have learned so much, including the great, father of India, Mahatma Gandhi. So many things you learn from their life. Mahatma Gandhi taught us what? He taught us peace. Correct? He taught us satyagraha. What is the meaning of satyagraha? Keeping quiet and doing your work sincerely is what satyagraha I see. Correct? What did Subhash Chandra Bose taught us? Subhash Chandra Bose taught us about the strictness of a military life. He taught us about purest form of nationalism. What did Bhagat Singh taught us? Bhagat Singh Ji taught us, what is sacrifice. Bhagat Singh taught us that, you can sacrifice your life for the sake of your country. Correct? What did Abdul Kalam Ji taught us, the Honorable President? Abdul Kalam Ji comes from such a small family in Kerala. Correct? He went on to become the president. Once he went for an interview to become an army officer, Air Force officer. Asmita. So Abdul Kalam Ji once went to interview of Air Force. Correct? But he failed. And he owned up that I failed. I was not capable of becoming a pilot. But then he became the president of India. The president of India is the supreme commander of all the three services. Correct? So India is a very normal citizen can become the topmost man. Why? Just because of hard work, just because of sincerity. Correct? And we have got so many examples. You see our present prime minister. Our present prime minister used to sell tea in a tea shop. And now he is the prime minister of the country. That's the uniqueness of our democracy. That's the uniqueness of our country. If you are true, if you are hardworking, if you are sincere, there is absolutely no limit for your growth. Yeah.
How lovely. I think Rumel also has question. Rumel, am I pronouncing the name correct?
Yeah, Rumel is there?
Yes. Rumel, let's have you. You can turn your video on and you can ask the question to your papa.
Yeah, okay. So a question I have is that you have served in army as well as the civil services. So what are the major differences that you feel in these?
Okay. Army is a totally different connotation. Army, everything is rule. You have got very, strict standard operating procedures. Correct? And army, you work in a very specialized domain. And what you do in army, you do your training. Whenever you are not doing your training, you do your military operations. Correct? When you are not doing your military operation, you do the maintenance of your equipment. Because in my unit, in army unit, there were not many tanks. So maintenance of that tanks was very important. What you do in army is that keep your troops under your command motivated. Correct? These are the basic tasks as an officer you have to do in army. But when it comes to bureaucracy, as an IAS officer, you here are directly connected to the poorest of the poor in your districts. There are so many government schemes, which the poorest person, there must be a small child who don't have an opportunity to go to the school. There can be a family in the remotest of the villages who don't have the privilege of having food every day. Correct? There may be a family, which don't have access to drinking water, which don't have access to medical facilities. So there is the role of an IAS officer come. Because as far as government is concerned, there is absolutely no dearth of fund. There is no dearth of government schemes which are for the poorest of the poorest. It is the IAS officer's role, a person like me, who connects the government schemes to the poorest of the poorest, that is the most unprivileged. It is my responsibility that the person who does not go to the school, get into the school. It is my responsibility, a person who is not getting in food, take him to a ration shop and give him 35 kgs of rations every day, every month. It is my responsibility that if any child is not getting his vaccines on time, I should take him to the hospital, or my people should take him to the hospital and ensure that his vaccination is done. So as I told you, army was all about training, operation, maintenance of equipment, training your troops. IAS is all about staying in connection with the people of your area and ensuring that those people are happy, those people are taken care of.
Can I ask a question?
Thank you.
Yeah, please.
I've heard that you prefer the job as an IAS to help out the society and our country. What achievements do you want to achieve to make our society a better place as an officer who has the power to do so?
There are many things which I want to do, in the years coming ahead. First of all, I had a lot of experience in the army, and all that experience, I guess, is going to be at the back of my mind whenever I function as an IAS officer. So I strongly feel that as of now, when I'm in the district, I want to concentrate onto two things. One is education. I want to get smart classes functioning very broadly in almost every government school which is existing. And secondly is healthcare. Healthcare, why important? Just because, people like you, like we all stay in cities and our parents are generally employed in a proper manner. So we have got access to medicines. We have got access to good food. बट हमारे छोटे छोटे गांव है ना, जहां पर पानी नहीं है, जहां पर दवाइयां है, जहां पर कुछ बच्चे हैं वो हमेशा बीमारी रहते है ना. सो आई थिंक इफ wherever as a bureaucrat I am there, my main strong point is going to be working for those people who wants to do good in education sector, and also working for all those people who want access to proper healthcare facilities. Yeah, Ashmita.
Sir, like I said, I like swimming. What was your hobby when you were a kid?
I also had the hobby of swimming, and I also learned swimming like when I was in 6th or 7th class. And as I told you, I used to play a lot of sports. Asmita, I grew up playing sports. Wherever I used to get opportunity, I was to be out of the house. So I guess sports, as I told you, cricket is something which I have been playing throughout my life. And yes, whenever I used to get access to some places like go for swimming, or maybe go for athletics, or maybe go for basketball, wherever I used to get an opportunity, I used to take that as an added advantage to my daily routine. Yeah. Any questions else?
Great.
I'd like to ask a question.
Acha, Sachi, yes.
Yeah.
What are some actions that can be taken in place by us to become a successful and good human being?
Okay. Sachi, it is required that, you should work hard as a small child. It is required that, you should keep seeing things happening around you. Like this question was already asked to me. For your good, I'm, answering this question again. Keep your eyes and ears open. See how things are happening around you. Small things. When there is an egg, see why the egg is always white in color. If you see a bird, you can always see that the bird will protect the egg. There is a nest. How the bird makes the nest. Okay. In our studies, in our class, we will study that bird makes a nest. But you have to understand which month in a year a bird will make a nest. A bird will make a nest only on specific types of trees. Why is that it chooses only those type of trees? So just I'm talking about birds. Okay. There are so many things around you which are not written in any book, but it is important for you to know all those things, just because they will grow up into making you into a good human being. Correct? And keep learning, keep working hard, keep playing sports, keep making new friends. That is something I think, is very important for you to grow.
Bye-bye,
Bye.
sir.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, all of you. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you,